Welcome to Prestige versus Reality, where we break down the true cost of elite global universities. Today, we are looking at a university that commands immense international respect, but hides a very harsh financial reality. To understand Heidelberg, you have to look at its age. This timeline maps its founding in 1386 against other historic institutions, showing exactly why it holds a top spot in Germany's Modern Excellence Initiative. Over the centuries, its lecture halls have produced scholars like philosopher G.W.F. Hegel, chemist Robert Bunsen, and political theorist Hannah Arendt. That centuries-old legacy creates a clear expectation for international students, access to an elite, top-tier public education without the burden of lifelong debt. But that expectation is about to collide with the math. Looking at the QS World University Rankings graphic, Heidelberg sits at number 87 globally, drawing massive international talent. But here is where the math changes. As this map shows, while 15 German states offer tuition-free public universities, Baden-Württemberg operates by different rules. If you are a non-EU citizen who chooses to enroll in a bachelor's or consecutive master's program here, you face a mandatory €1,500 fee every single semester. This completely breaks the widely held assumption that all German public higher education is free. Did you know about this specific Baden-Württemberg fee before starting your research? Let me know in the comments, because it catches thousands of applicants off guard every year. At Heidelberg, international prestige is aggressively monetized at the state level. You pay a premium for the name, which changes the entire financial equation of your degree. To see the true baseline cost, we have to run the numbers. This annual cost calculator shows the €1,500 tuition stacked on top of the mandatory €189.80 semester contribution. That brings your base annual cost to the university to roughly €3,379, compared to exactly zero in states like Berlin. Getting a seat to pay that fee is equally brutal. This graphic illustrates the rigid numerous clauses, or NC grading scale. For high-demand programs like medicine, the cutoff is a perfect 1.0. For psychology, it's 1.1, and the quota for non-EU students is capped between 5 and 8%. Even if you secure a seat, the mandatory semester contribution you pay no longer covers a free local public transit ticket. As a result, you have to budget an additional €756 out of pocket every year just to purchase the Deutschland ticket so you can commute to class. Simply stepping foot on campus requires thousands of euros in upfront, non-negotiable capital, filtering out budget-constrained students before the first lecture begins. The financial strain goes deeper than upfront costs. The state does offer an emergency tuition waiver under Section 7 of the Higher Education Fees Act for students facing sudden financial crises. Imagine you experience a severe crisis back home, but to protect your hard-earned admission seat, you scrape the money together and transfer the €1,500 fee while you apply for the waiver. Under strict administrative guidelines, the university legally interprets the presence of those transferred funds in your student account as definitive proof that you are not actually in a financial emergency. By trying to protect your enrollment, you automatically disqualify yourself from the waiver and any chance of a refund. There is also a trap for students already inside the system. Say you were enrolled before 2017 and enjoy a grandfathered tuition-free status, but you decide to change your major or transfer to Heidelberg from another institution. That transfer instantly terminates your grandfathered protection. You lose your exemption and are immediately hit with the €1,500 per semester liability. The university's bureaucracy demands absolute perfection. One proactive mistake to secure your seat, or a simple desire for academic mobility, triggers severe and irreversible financial penalties. This lack of flexibility extends to the application timeline. This digital countdown clock highlights the strict July 15th deadline for the winter semester. At 23:59 Central European Time, the portal locks aggressively. There are zero exceptions. Applying on time doesn't bypass the bottleneck. This Gantt chart maps third-party Uni-Assist verification, taking 4 to 8 weeks, pushing past the July 15th deadline. This creates a massive risk gap between your application and late August, when the university finally decides fee exemptions. This means you are forced to submit your application and commit to the process, without knowing if your fee exemption will be approved. You have to blindly log 11,904 euros into a German blocked account to secure your student visa, exposing yourself to a massive financial liability if that exemption is denied weeks later. If you're racing against that July 15th deadline and navigating Uni-Assist, drop a comment below so the community can help out. And to keep your application on track, check out itsstudent.com for resources and planning tools. The system forces international applicants to gamble their required visa capital on an administrative decision they have absolutely no control over. The final and often fatal hurdle is the visa clock. This is especially critical for students applying from countries with historically slow bureaucratic processing, like Nigeria or Pakistan. This hourglass represents the typical 4 to 6 month embassy waiting period. The sand drains uncontrollably, eating directly into your October semester start date. If you run out of time, you hit Heidelberg's uncompromising enrollment stance. As this split screen shows, while your passport is stuck in processing, the university enforces a strict no-deferral policy. Missing your physical enrollment date because of a slow visa means you lose your admission seat entirely. You cannot delay to the next semester. You are forced into a total reapplication the following year. If you are applying from Nigeria, Pakistan, or any region with heavy embassy backlogs, start booking your appointments the second you get your admission letter. Even a flawless academic application and perfect financial planning can be erased by the logistical realities of your home country's embassy. So, who is Heidelberg actually calibrated for? It is built for EU citizens, students who hold a German Abitur, and high-liquidity non-EU students who view a €3,000 annual tuition fee as a bargain for pure academic prestige. You must avoid this institution if you are heavily budget-constrained, if you rely on the promise of fast financial waivers, or if you face structural visa delays in your home country. Let's look at the final verdict on the scorecard matrix. Heidelberg earns an A+ for prestige and an A for admission difficulty, but it gets a C- for cost and a hard F for bureaucratic flexibility. Heidelberg offers a masterpiece of academic prestige, but it demands absolute administrative conformity. If you need more flexibility or lower costs, look at strong tuition-free alternatives like TU Chemnitz or 2UM's exempt programs. Make sure to subscribe for more university deep dives and check the description for our full application guide. At Heidelberg University, prestige is the product, and bureaucracy